Are max distance forgiving irons actually holding you back? Well, this is something that I've wanted to test for a while now.
I'm not sure whether it gives me less or more, to be totally. I think I half expected it to feel like a hybrid.
And we've got the perfect person, Zach. We're going to put these Wilson Max Dynapower irons up against his current set.
Beautiful golf shot.
Ben Ross Delta XTs.
Hit the green.
Let's see what comes out
Hit
top.
it, look at it, hit it.
Don't think I could do much better than that.
Should we all use the most forgiving clubs you could get your hands on? Now, this is Zach's current set, the Ben Ross Delta XT irons, like a hollow-headed set design.
Yeah.
These are the Dynapower, but the Max model, the brand new irons in Wilson's range, and the most forgiving ones they have on offer this year. So the question is, you play 15, should anybody though just go down the route of the most forgiving? Don't answer that question yet. We're doing a head-to-head battle actually out on the golf course. So we've come to around about 190. This is 5 iron yardage and it's windy. We're gonna hit one each, no second takes, pressure's on. We're gonna see what the average difference is in distance in terms of where it finishes from the flag between 5 iron and 5 iron, 7 iron and 7 iron, 9 iron, 9 iron. I'm just looking at these right now and going, oh my Lord, the soul of these is well different. What's your thoughts?
It's huge, the difference in it.
Does that give you more confidence or less?
I'm not sure whether it gives me less or more, to be totally honest.
It's weird, isn't it? Sometimes it's a bit in that bit, well, okay, it's really big, it's then weird. Put it down behind the ball. Let's get your thoughts there. We know what yours do. You know what yours look like, but what does that look like to you?
I mean, it's pretty comforting.
Bigger than yours?
Yeah, it feels like, now that I'm seeing it down, I think the top line is a bit thicker, and just being able to see the back of it, I'm not sure whether that puts me off or not.
Yeah, so for reference, here's yours for everybody. We can put that in there. I don't like the fact that you can see the back of this on the Wilson. It looks a bit cumbersome, it looks a bit clunky, but this is the thing, it's all about the performance, right? And are you more about the performance or the looks of a set?
More performance, but I feel like it's important to like what you're looking at.
Yeah. There's no point of buying an ugly sports car, is it?
Yeah.
Even though people do. Yeah, I'm sort of in a bit of a camp with this. So let's get hitting away. Let's hit yours first. I'll take the Wilsons off you and I'll hold these. We'll go 5 iron versus 5 iron. Like we say, we're around that 190 region. Let's see. Ah, what a strike of the ball. The wind's got it a little bit. Beautiful strike that.
Yeah, just stuck in the wind.
That's a really nice hit though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was as good as I could probably get out of that.
Right, okay, sir. Here is the 5 iron. Now we know there might be some slight differences in loft here. We're just saying, these are a good forgiving set of irons. These are a good, very, very forgiving set of irons. Let's see the difference. Okay, 5 iron coming up. I'm interested in the difference in sound. Is there any difference in sound here? Higher, right?
Yeah, straight
oh my
off
God,
the
get
face.
down. Get down, this looks like it's gone a very long way. Get down. That was a very pure hit.
Yeah, I don't think I could have gave it much better. It was right off the middle of the face.
Look at that. Now, I would say noticeably that was a lot higher.
Yeah,
than
straight
yours.
off.
The
The
top
launch
of
has
the
gone
apex.
straight up.
Yeah. Is that a good thing?
I think it can be. Not
Yeah.
today, because it's windy, but...
Yeah. I know, it's really extremely windy today. But as an overall, I think anything that gives you more launch to longer iron is ideal. Now, the downside to that is obviously you can see the back of that iron significantly, and having a bigger back like this allows you to put, or any manufacturer, to put CG lower and further back, which will help give you launch. Now, obviously the bigger the head, the more chance you've got of doing that, or the more options you've got of doing that. Thoughts? Didn't sound much different actually.
Didn't sound massively different.
No.
It felt quite nice off the face. It felt quite soft.
Did it feel better than you thought it was, based on the size?
I think so, because I think I half expected it to feel like a hybrid.
Okay. And a hybrid being like sort of hollow, really like
that
tinny.
really hollow, tinny sensation, but it was much...
It looked like you hit a really solid hit. So we're going to go with 7-iron now, a little bit closer. They both missed the green. The more forgiving one did miss the green by further, but it was a little bit higher, so the wind was on it a little more. It looked marginally longer. So we're going to take that wind into account on the 7-iron. We're going to aim a little bit further right, and we'll see what we do. We're going to mix up the order. We're going 7-iron on the Wilson first. And I think we need to aim this more at the clock tower.
Agreed.
Right. I'm excited about this. this is why I think, I don't know about you, 5 irons are 5 iron. We're not really expected to hit the green, are we? Like, if we do, we do. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. But 7 iron and below, we want to start hitting more of those greens. And that's sort of where I would say a more forgiving iron comes into its own, in the sense of everybody goes more forgiving, better in the longer irons. But how often do we actually use the longer irons? We don't really, and I'm not really expected to hit the green. Forgiveness should really get us out of trouble in situations like this.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Clock tower, I think, is the aim. Beautiful hit. Keep coming round, keep coming round, keep coming round. Oh,
Just into the wind.
it launched quite high, that, didn't it?
It came straight off the face and was going straight up.
So too high for you.
For me, I think so.
Right, so here's the argument before.
I'm going to say this and then I'm going to hit this and it's going to go just as high, but...
But noticeably, we've hit 2 shots of the 5 iron and the 7 iron of the
both
Wilson.
felt that they floated on me.
Yeah. Now, this is where we go, okay, maybe the CG is too low and too far back for some levels of golfers. And for me, that's not necessarily handicap. That is sometimes speed. Because if you've not got speed, having a bigger, chunkier back will help that launch. So don't look at this as just a handicap thing. And I hate people that go, not hate people, because people would always go, oh God, I'm not using bigger headed irons because I'm a low handicapper. Well, why? If you're a low handicap with a low swing speed, something like this would really help. Now, you're in the category of a mid handicap with a very high swing speed. So straight away with more loft and launch, what are we seeing?
Yeah, I'm seeing a bit of a float.
Let's see, this is now the Delta XT, the Ben Ross. Here we go. Beautiful hit. The wind's on that like
Wind's
crazy.
on it, though.
Get down. Oh my God. Not much between that there.
No.
One thing I would say is the Wilson has finished closer to the green.
It has.
So we're 4 shots in. These are so tough to conditions. But the whole reason why I want to be out here and test it is because this is what we might play in. This is exactly the conditions. If you're going to buy a set of irons, you want to know what they do. So what we're seeing is, I still think this Wilson launched higher. It did end up higher, yours, but I think it was riding the wind.
Yeah, agreed.
So, downside for the Wilson is they launch too high if you've got a lot of swing speed. But the upside is we are finishing them a bit closer.
A bit more online.
Yeah. Okay, now into the final couple of shots with 9-9. Right, so we're into the final shot. Do you want to go with yours or do you want to go with the Wilson first?
We'll mix it up. We'll go with mine first.
Okay. I'll try and give you. There we go. Right, okay. So we're around the 140 mark. We've got 9-9 in our hand. Really tough conditions. So I think this is a really interesting test. It could go either way, this, on should you use the most forgiving clubs as you possibly could, or is the answer to the question, depends on your swing speed. So the slower swing speed needs to go for something more like this. It's not just down to handicap category. Right, okay, so I would say your 5 iron finished slightly closer on yours.
Yeah.
The 7 iron finished slightly closer on the Wilson. So this is literally neck and neck.
Yeah, this is it.
Great setup that, I really like it. Beautiful golf shot that.
Go on. Hit the green.
Look at it hit it, look at it hit it.
Oh, the wind again.
This is gale force winds. Great strike.
Yeah, not bad. Don't think I could do much better than that.
I think you don't think you'd be unhappy with any of these strikes.
No, I'm more than happy with these.
Right, okay. So let's aim at in between the bunker, in between the clock tower and the flag, I think is the line here. Definitely higher.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at the wind hit that one. Right, so I think we sort of pretty much know this answer. I want to ask you though, do you feel like something like this and this chunky at this price point, because they're very similar price point, these, is something that you should go for?
I think they're really useful.
Yeah.
Like, they're so easy to hit.
So do you feel a lot easier than
Every
yours?
single one of them feel... There is a confidence after the first one that started to develop. That 9-iron was... I just knew that that's going to glide straight through the turf.
Better than yours?
Arguably.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
So, does it worry you? I know it's very, very testing conditions today, Does it worry you that it's going to launch too high? Or is that a good thing?
For me, that's the one thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not that I'm scared of, but I just don't think I'm comfortable with how high it's going.
Yeah. So the one downside to the Max model is the fact that it launches too high, but definitely we could be put in the finishing statement here that having something that's the thickest but not the highest launching thing you can possibly get would be a good option for someone at your swing speed.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that's a really good thing to look at. So we're looking at this going, okay, well these are really, really chunky and maybe a bit too high launching, but just the Dynapower model, the one lower than this, not the Max, could be a really good option.
Definitely.
But we went to the extreme. So here we go, there's a bit of a test. I think yours just pipped it
just
in
a
terms
more.
of where it is. But that's a test between your current set, the Delta XT, which are a hollow-headed design, and a really super forgiving extra large head in the Dynapower Max.